And welcome back if you're new. So today I'm trying out this very affordable Polygel kit. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's watching my video. I know I haven't filmed in a while, but it's good to be back. And today I'm just going to be trying out this amazing Polygel kit that I was sent. And this, I believe, is also available on Amazon. If it's not available on Amazon, I will link to it on the original website. But they also sent these beautiful sheet stickers, and I really love these. These come with like a variety of summer/spring kind of nail inspo. So as you can see here, you get a bunch of colorful flowers and butterflies, and you also get a sheet of these glow-in-the-dark flowers, which are these ones here. And I thought those were really cool. I've never tried glow-in-the-dark stickers before, so I might try them out in another video. But straight off the bat, I was loving how this sheet looked, so I definitely set that to a side for today's video. So moving on to the Polygel kit, this is everything that you get. You do get a good set of instructions in different languages, and you also get some images showing how to use the dual forms and the Polygel, which is really nice. So the first thing we get is some slip solution, which I do appreciate when Polygel brands do use this. You get some paper forms and some plastic dual forms, which I will get into in a minute. So I do like that they come in a case. It's really annoying to have them in the little baggies that you get them in sometimes. It's just really hard to like measure them out and know what your size is. So one thing I did not like about these straight off the bat was that they were kind of flared at the cuticle area, which I thought was super weird, but I will show you how to fix that later on. And I did like how flexible they were also. You also get your Polygel brush, of course. I like how this one is labeled brush and slice. Slice is the spatula, but on the other end you do get the brush, and on the other end you do get the spatula, which is really nice. Of course, you also get the classic 180 to 100 grit hand file, which is also really good for Polygel. And we get 6 different shades of Polygels, which I will show you in just a second. So the first shade is clear, and I do like that these were HEMA free because some people do have allergic reactions. So if you are one of those people, then this product is going to be great for you. And as you can see, it comes with a bunch of like very basic nude kind of beginner friendly shades, which I did like. And I saw this kit and instantly thought of doing a good old baby boomer nail or ombre nail. So that's what I decided to do in today's video. So the first thing you want to do is size out your dual forms. You can use the nail forms, however I prefer dual forms just because they are a lot easier to work with. So when sizing out your dual forms, you definitely want to make sure that the dual forms fit from sidewall to sidewall. Unfortunately, these were flared at the cuticle, actually more the sidewalls. The cuticles seem to fit pretty good. So I'm just going to show you how to fix this. So what I did first was kind of estimated how much of this dual form was excess, and I clipped that off using a nail clipper. And then once I kept kind of going back and forth and checking if the sidewalls were okay, I just kept clipping away where I didn't need all that excess product, and this makes it so much faster to do. You can also use scissors to cut this down, and then I use the 180 grit side of the hand file, and you want to use this to just smooth out the shape of the dual form. And as you can see, now it fits so much better, and it's definitely going to be easier to apply a Polygel with. So once that was done, I like to break into my brush using the slip, and I like to make sure I clean it off to get off any of that residue. And once I'm ready, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Polygel. I decided to go with this beautiful pinky shade. So this Polygel, as you can see, was not sticky at all. The formula was actually really good. It's not sticking to my brush, and the slip solution isn't making the gel any harder to work with. Sometimes I have used slip solutions that just don't work, and it ends up making the product super sticky, but this one actually was really nice. It helped the Polygel to kind of just go where I'm pushing it. I also found that the colors were really beautiful and opaque. There was no like weird bubbling or any weird kind of reaction with the Polygel and the slip, so that was really nice. I was having a little bit of a hard time measuring out how much pink to white I needed, just because I don't do dual forms a lot, but I think the end result came out decent. And the butterfly stickers that I used definitely topped it off, but definitely stay tuned to the end of the video to see how that looks. And as you can see, I'm just kind of trying my best to do an ombre here. I am speeding through just because I don't want you guys to be here all day, but I was also adding in some polygel where I needed it, and as you can see, it blended in super good to the previous polygel that I had laid down. So this polygel was definitely working really good. I also did like the brush. It was a good standard polygel brush, nothing super special, but it definitely worked good. So as you can see, I'm not bringing the polygel all the way to the end of the dual form, just because this can make it a little bit harder at times to remove it. So I'm keeping everything just above the little number on the dual form, and I feel like that's a good way for me to determine my length for every single nail. So once every nail is done, I'm putting it on the nail stand at the back of the screen, and I'm gonna be applying all my dual forms in one go. And that's something that I love about dual forms, is that there's no rush to kind of just put it on or worry about it curing, because it's just something that you can do all in one go as it sits on the dual form. So I'm going ahead and applying base coat. This kit did not come with base and top coat for some reason, but yes, base and top coats are very easy, can easily be found on Amazon or pretty much any website. So if you want to grab a base coat or a top coat, then look on Amazon. They do have some really good ones. And then once that was done, I cured the base coat for 60 seconds. And now I'm going ahead and I'm going to apply my dual form. As you can see, this is what it looks like. And I like to slide my dual form on just so that the product doesn't kind of flood the cuticle area, and then I push down slightly. You don't want to push down too much because otherwise it will kind of get onto your skin. Now this was my first try, so I did get a little bit on the side walls, but you can always clean this up as I am doing so now. And so far it's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with the results. Unfortunately, I did apply too much on the underside, but it was really easy to clean up as well. As you can see, just apply very little pressure here and just try your best to kind of pull that product away from the skin. Dip your brush in some slip and then just smooth everything out. And once you're happy with your nail, definitely don't forget to check it and cure for 60 seconds. And then just do the little squeeze and your dual form will come off really good, as you can see. So some common mistakes that I have encountered when doing dual form nails would be that when your dual form is too small and you go ahead and apply it to your nail, as I just did, it sometimes starts to lift off or move by itself. That's probably an indication that the dual form is a little bit too small, and it's kind of, the polygel isn't able to sit properly on your nail, and hence why the dual form starts to lift. And this is actually a really common mistake that I used to do when starting off. I never used to pick a dual form that was the right size. If anything, I used to go smaller than bigger. So if you want to make sure that you're sizing out your dual forms properly, try not to go for a size that is too small, because otherwise your dual form will lift. If anything, go a size up and reshape the dual forms like I showed you in the beginning of this video, and that way you can custom fit it more to your nail and your cuticle area shape, because my cuticle area shape is different on different fingers. I find that my thumb, pointer and middle finger are more round, whereas my ring and my baby finger are a little bit more pointy, like they kind of are not so rounded. So I kind of have to shape mine up and custom fit them. Something else to bear in mind is not to use too much polygel. If you do use too much polygel on your dual forms, then you can always remove this. If anything, it's best to add less than it is more, because even if you add less and find that your cuticle area is way too thin, you can always pop off your dual form after it's cured and then just kind of add more over the top and kind of just fix those areas that needed a little bit more gel. So once all my nails were done, I'm making sure to wipe off the sticky layer from underneath because we're going to go ahead and file. And filing is one of the most important bits of doing dual form nails because this determines how your nails look. Of course, when you pop the dual form off, you can see the nails are not so well shaped. They look a little weird on the edges and the sidewalls are kind of more curved. So filing will save you a lot of time because you don't have to actually file the surface. All you have to do is shape up the nail, do the sidewalls and the free edge, and you're pretty much good to go. If you want, you can of course file the cuticle area. I did have to file the cuticle area a little bit today, but I think it was well worth it because it definitely helped the final result to look a little bit more seamless, a little bit more smooth rather than bumpy around the cuticle area. So definitely don't forget to file there if you see anything that's kind of uneven. And I am using a 180 side of the grit file because Polygel is really soft to file, especially this one. I found that this one was very easy to file and I was really enjoying it so far. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue my filing and then we're going to get into the nail art. And I also want to remind you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below in this video and let me know what you think of this Polygel kit and if you would try it. So once I was done with my shaping and my filing, I went ahead and wiped the dust away. At this point, you can also go wash your hands and then make sure you wipe down the nails with some alcohol using a lint-free wipe because this is going to help the top coat or whatever design you're going to do on top to stick really, really good. And this is honestly very important, so make sure you do that. And once you're done, of course, go ahead with your top coat to finish the nails off. However, today I did decide to use those beautiful stickers. I absolutely love them. I thought they were so different and so cool and very summery for me anyways. So that is what I'm gonna be adding. You can do this on base coat, but I feel like stickers always stick best on like a top coat layer. I don't know why. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a thin layer of top coat and I'm gonna cure this for about 60 seconds. Again, this kit does not come with a top coat, unfortunately, but you can find a good bunch of base and top coat sets on Amazon and they are a lot more affordable. So definitely check those out. I will have a set linked in the description box below. The one I'm using is from Macart, but you can use pretty much any one that you can find. And once I was happy with my top coat, I went ahead and gave that a full 60-second cure. Make sure your nails are well cured and make sure that they are not tacky. Make sure that they are completely cured because if you actually apply these stickers on a wet base, they will just start lifting off and it's happened to me before. It's just super annoying. So make sure that the top coat is well set. And I'm going ahead and randomly just putting these butterflies where I want them. I honestly thought they were so cool and just kind of matched this whole set really good. Let me know what you think of these butterflies. I also wanted to add a couple flowers, but I thought I went a little bit overboard with my butterflies, but honestly just love them so much. So I'm just gonna apply them and then finish off the nail design. So after adding a couple different butterflies, I was really happy with how the nails were looking. I did apply some of those lighter butterflies as well and was kind of just trying to see where else I needed them. But for the most part, I'm just randomly just going in and adding those butterflies to the nails. So once I was finally done, I went ahead and applied a thin layer of the top coat. I'm making sure to seal everything in really good. Make sure that you seal in the side walls and the stickers in very well. You might find that these stickers might be a little bit bumpy. I also found that today the surface kind of kept wrinkling up, as you can see, and I had to keep going over with top coat. This could have been because I didn't buff the surface, and I did also apply a layer of top coat before doing my stickers, so I probably could have buffed the surface just a little bit to avoid this. But yeah, overall it still worked out pretty good. I did have to end up doing about 2 coats of the top coat just to make sure that it was really smooth all over and there was no wrinkling. I also just made sure to add a thicker layer on the first coat as well, because that definitely helped reduce it. But for the most part, this is just something that I had to do. I usually don't have to do this with my Polygel, but today I felt like it did happen. So overall, I did think this was a really good kit. I think this is very good for beginners or anyone starting out with Polygel. If you want some more kind of tips on how to use dual forms, you can check out my other dual form videos. I have done a couple, and honestly, I do love dual forms. I think they're such a quick and easy way to do nails. So don't forget to check out this Polygel kit linked in the description box down below if you're interested. And I do also have a discount code which I have linked down below as well. So I'm just finishing off with cuticle oil. I did go off camera and cure the nails for 60 seconds, of course, and make sure you apply some oil to kind of help your skin around there. It probably did get a little bit dry from that acetone, and I'm just going to go ahead and rub that in afterwards as well. But this is the finished look. I honestly love how these nails turned out so much. I think they were very simple, very easy to do. This kit definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I think it's definitely a good investment for a beginner or someone who's just looking to play around with Polygel and just kind of practice. I think this is definitely a very good kit for that. The Polygel consistency was definitely good quality. The brush, the sip solution, and the file and everything else was definitely great. The only thing I would fault would be those little dual forms, because they were very weirdly shaped at the cuticle area, but you can always fix them the way I showed you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below on this kit, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
Bye.